That's right. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. The voice for Chicanos. You already know what it is. Mi linda, querida, raza mexicana, chicana. I appreciate you guys that sent prayers up for me. Traveling mercies as I was coming back from Atlanta ayer. So shout out to Atlanta. You know, it's hot down there, cabrones. No se agüiten, my people from Atlanta. Let me go ahead and put that, a ver, aquí está. Oh, no, it's not that one. It's this one. There it is. Again, shout out to my people from Atlanta. Ahí está haciendo calor. The soul food's off the hook. The soul food is definitely off the hook. Kentucky is just a little bit different, man. So shout out to you guys. I fucks with those good old boys. The good old boys from Kentucky. Man, shout out to you guys. I'm at the In-N-Out Burger in Salinas. Mm, they already know me here. They know what I order every time. Shout out to them. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. I was right about that food. I was right about that food. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about a couple people, but at least one in particular who I seen it. I seen the wolf in sheep's clothing. Mm, damn, In and Out is fire. My bad. What a burger. You can't even compare, cabron. Anyways, that's right. Leo M, I see you. Tart, I see you. So, anyways, who am I talking about? Lucky from Hoodstocks. You seen it? Lucky from Hoodstocks just um said on a live that this gavacho that was doing the little podcast tour. I'm not hating on podcasters, you know what I mean? That just invite people. They just blow with the wind. A lot of these people just blow with the wind. And usually what happens is they'll go from one podcast to another, to another, they get invited. They start doing the podcast tour. Okay, it is what it is. So Lucky from Hoodstock said this gavacho, he chatted and left a comment on the live, and he said, I don't know if it was on the live or it was a DM. Don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on that. If I'm ever unsure, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. I'd rather let you know that than me be a pendejo and then all of a sudden I lose all my credibility. That this gavacho said that he was capitalizing, he was making a bag off his homie getting shot. Can you believe that? Can you absolutely? Why was I right about this fool? I appreciate you, amiga. Gracias, Vanessa Leo M. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you guys. Why was I right? Because this guy called me with Swifty Blue. Some of you are gonna be like, "Come on, Mikey, you're putting 10 on the two, cabron." No, I'm not putting 10 on the two, cabrones. No, this gavacho called me before he fell out with Swifty. He called me with Swifty Blue. This gavacho that Lucky is talking about. He called me with Swifty Blue. He was talking about doing videos. He was talking about content creator series of fighting, doing a fight with Swifty, like not him and fight Swifty, but Swifty being on content creator series of fighting. He was talking about this and that. The whole time he was talking, I didn't care what was coming out of his mouth, gente, because I seen the wolf. I absolutely seen the wolf. Why? What do I mean? This gavacho was building relationships with people and then falling out with them and then riding the wave for subscribers and followers after that. You don't see that? You didn't see that? I saw that. Again, podcasters, I'm not knocking anyone that invited this gavacho on their channel. You know, it is what it is. You do you. Grown men, grown women can do what they want and shouldn't have to need validation or approval from anybody, right? Anyways, because I seen those specific actions of forging relationships with people and then falling out with them, and that's the clout that you want to ride on, calling yourself an OG. Come on now. Here's another misrepresentation. Come on now. Second of all, when he called me about the Chicano XL magazine, he had mentioned that, right? We were talking about videos, and it was brief. It was like a 10-minute call, but I mean, he was just rambling. He was rambling and rambling. Well, kind of like yo, yeah, maybe he talks a lot. Mexicanos, we talk a lot, ¿verdad? Mm, this In and Out is fire, gente. Absolute fire. Mm, my. Mm. He was talking about doing videos. He was talking about content creator series of fighting, and then but when he mentioned Chicano double XL magazine. I'm like, wait a second, is this Gavacho? Is he trying to capitalize on the raza? I mean, it's great when you have an innovative thought, right? Only the most innovative people have those kind of thoughts, right? Come out of the box, right? Like me, I created after my mother passed away, just for a sense of culture and identity purposes to have something meaningful. I created Chicano too. So those kind of thoughts come to more innovative people. So he had the thought, but I'm like, wait a second, are you a Gavacho? Double XL magazine. Uh, Anyways, that wasn't the main reason. The main reason, because he was falling out with people. Again, the Gavacho that commented on Lucky's channel saying Lucky's trying to make a bag off his homie getting shot. That's what I'm talking about. But I seen the wolf in sheep's clothing already. I don't care if you call me with Swifty Blue. I don't care if you call me with Rico Too Smooth. I don't care if you call me with Bands, whoever, GB, Lefty, all these young rappers that are Mexicanos, except Lefty. I really don't know if he's Mexicano. I mean, you wouldn't question someone that's called Franklin Holiday? Come on now, gente. Serio or what? No, serio. I'm just saying serio. Again, it's neither here nor there. People get tit-fitty when you want to get technical. But anyways, I didn't care that he was with Swifty Blue. I don't give a shit. I'm not in here for views. I'm not in here for likes. I'm not in here for none of that, man. Shout out to you guys. And I felt a little bit, fuck. But I said, you know what? I said, this will really show the supporters that their support counts. I posted the analytic, first time ever. Uh, there's a statistic in the YouTube studio it won't show you the current month because you're in the current month. The current month hasn't expired yet. It can, but I wanted to show a full month. The last full month, we had 182,000 views. And the reason I posted that, I said, you know what? I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for your pinchy support from day one. I want to thank you for everyone that rocks with Mr. and Mrs. Chicano too on this channel. Primary focus, empower Chicanos through knowledge and experience. That's just it, right? So, anyways, this Gavacho, I seen him burn the bridge and get relationships with people, and then calls me up with Swifty after he's already been doing this, and he did the same damn thing to Swifty. So I'm glad I backed up. Some people had messaged me, Mikey, get this dude on your platform. Gente, that's cool. Send me messages all you want, but respectfully, just understand where I'm coming from. I'm not gonna get any cat that's just blowing in the wind on his podcast tour, because I don't. I don't. I rather primarily stick to history, cultura mexicana, raza, chicanismo. And I know a lot of the subscribers tap in because they want that specific Chicano's point of view on what's going on. Now, something else came to my attention, and I was right about this guy again, but this POS, this piece of shit, he owes me $10,000. Serio. He owes me $10,000. Okay. I'm talking about the runner. This piece of shit does a video and puts Norby's face on the caption, and he has the audacity to title it because he's so thirsty for views. The blacks have a green light on blah, 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 blah. First of all, runner, you're nobody to be telling anybody on YouTube who they should dislike. You're nobody because you're the leper on Leper Island. When you burn me for $10,000, you immediately okay. Burning me for $10,000 put you in the casket. Okay, reading that paperwork on AC without certainty, put the nail in your fucking coffin. And then you have the audacity to be saying the brothers are mad at green light on Norby's, all because you're thirsty for views. You're putting someone's life in jeopardy for views. You are a piece of shit. Let me take another bite of my In-N-Out, gente. Man. In-N-Out, cabrones. After this, I'm going to go visit mom at the cemetery. I go to the cemetery Monday through Friday, every single day. And you know what? I'll admit it right here. I still cry like a baby when I'm standing over mom's headstone. I cry my eyes out every single fucking time. You know what it is? When you have those mothers que son extra cariñosas, the ones que te apapachan, which a lot of people don't like, right? They're just overly affectionate and the unconditional love. You can do no wrong in their eyes, almost blindly, right? Because you're the child. I cry like a baby. But anyways, let's get back to it. The runner, he's doing sex play lives again. He's doing sex play lives with Dubs. Mm, Dubs, I'm man. I can't believe that he will. O sea, he made the move to separate himself from him because there were butt buddies, right? Doing the sex play lives and all these things that they were talking about doing. And then because Dubs cannot produce content on his own, we've heard him say this on other videos. I heard Dubs say it once or at least twice. Damn, I wish I was like you where I could put out content. I struggle to put out content. Gente, it's not hard to put out content. Be yourself. I mean, just be yourself. It's easy to start a channel and be yourself. What do you mean? Why is it hard to put out content? I'm disappointed in Dubs that he'll go against his own principles. And after publicly separating himself from the individual who burned me for $10,000, will go ahead and forge again because I'm assuming he ran out of content, or I'm assuming he's like, oh, you got to innovate, or let me do something new. Well, you know what? No one ever thought I was gonna get in bed with my butt buddy again, but let me do that. That's new. I'm sure that that's probably what it was. It was a drought. A drought for content is the reason that he got back with the runner, and he's doing videos again. Again, to the ladies, I'm warning you: just don't go to those channels. Don't go to those channels. These men right here, they come off like they're men, but they're not. They're boys. They're boys. There's a big difference between a man and a boy. They're boys. They're overgrown kids. Serio. Mmm. That was the last bite of In-N-Out Burger with the grilled onions. Cabron. Man, this would be my death row meal. If I was on death row, the last meal, give me In-N-Out Burger, meatloaf, chili cheese fries, mashed potatoes, a chocolate lava cake, a Modelo, and a Coke. And then me matan. Y luego me pueden matar. You know what? We watched the Blood In, Blood Out. I did. The wifey watched half of it. Damn, there's a lot of scenes on the extended version that I didn't see. I didn't know that Magic stuck a whole pole, a metal pole, through Bonafide's throat. Remember when they whacked Bonafide? It was a setup, right? Dia de Muertos. I didn't know that in the original scene, Magic from behind threw a pole through Bonafide's throat, stabbed him through a pole, because in the edited version, the final version of In-N-Out, Jeronimo, one guy, Bonafide gets one guy, boom, and stabs him in the heart. He's dead. But that second of that second that Bonafide stabbed the Chicano in the heart is the second that the counter punch was thrown. That means Jeronimo went in there with a huge knife, boom, and then remember Jeronimo threw it on the ground por Montana. This is my favorite movie, gente. You're gonna hear me talk about Blood In, Blood Out more than any other movie ever. Let's just keep that a buck. But anyways, I was right about that Gavacho. He's also just someone you got to stay away from. He told Lucky he's capitalizing on his childhood friend getting shot in the stomach. Now, Lucky's having major complications. Gente, keep Lucky in prayer, man. Keep Lucky in prayer. He's having major complications, man. He carved him like a turkey. They carved Drew. No. What am I saying? They carved Droops. Did I say Harvey? They carved Droops like a turkey for the two surgeries, and his staples are opening up. His staples are opening up. They're putting him on ice chips to broth and going back to that because he can't do that now. I mean, he's going to end up losing like 20 pounds just being in the hospital after this whole thing, maybe 30. But my prayers are with Droops. But this Gavacho, I was right about that fool. I was right about that fool. Yo, Mikey, shout out from Sunnyvale 408. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Ricky Calderon's in the casa. You're live on Chicano Street. I appreciate you. The comment, cabron. The Sooners. That's right, my boy. It's just hard to find content when you need views to make money. It's a beautiful time. That's true. That's true. Oklahoma Sooners. That's right. Hey, real quick. Kentucky. I was just in Kentucky this weekend, right? That's my favorite Pinchy basketball team. I knew I was gonna have to go look for a Pinchy jersey or something. I ended up copping a polo. I think it was a polo. My bad. The ghetto bird, gente. I'm in the ghetto. If you didn't know, they built the In and Out in the hood. No, serio. The hood is about the hood is a block away. The hood, ground zero is about a block away. Youngsters up and down the streets right here. But anyways, shout out to the youngsters. So the ghetto bird always flies over because I'm in the hood. Anyone that knows Salinas knows they built the In and Out on Kern Street. And we know we're right down the street from Mariano's bar, which is right behind the fruit stand. Anyways, I seen that gavacho. What was I talking about? Oh, Oklahoma. No, Kentucky. I was going all over the place. I don't know. But yeah, if you can't get views, it shouldn't be your full-time job. Exactly. Dubs is just struggling. And remember, Dubs was not in the beginning ever talking about being behind bars. Who was the one that got him out of character to start talking about his institutional time? It was the runner. It was the runner. The runner was the one that got him to start talking about war stories because L was talking about war stories and went from 0 to 15,000 in like a year. At that rate, 2 more years, 3, and he would have easily surpassed the runner. So that what an influence this guy is. On top of owing me $10,000, which I'll probably never get. We found out through the attorneys, he don't live in his name. He don't have no bank accounts in his name. And we also found out that he owes 50,000 in child support. Damn it, man. Yep, the runner thinks he's 20 years old. Yeah, he thinks he's 20 years old. That's not who I'm talking about in the caption though. But again, I just mentioned because I was right about that fool too. I mean, and if anyone else thinks that, oh, it's just he's just going after the runner just to go after him for clout. Well, first of all, I don't give a shit about clout. But no, I'm the only individual on YouTube he burned for $10,000. And half of that, $5,000, actually belongs to stories written by a current prisoner. $5,000 belongs to him. But again, because he owes so much child support, he's an overgrown kid trying to act cool. That's why everyone just put him on Leper Island. You touch him, your skin starts boiling and falling off. Dubs, I'm disappointed in him. I am. Because why would you publicly separate from an individual, knowing he's a leper, and then get back with him? And then on top of that, start drinking again. So just shout out to Chemo's Flicks. Get ready, cabron. Hit screen record. There's going to be some good content this year for the YouTube Yarda Awards in December. Híjole chingado. So, my honest opinion. Okay, so see, here's someone from hometown right here. Someone from say, shout out to G Lou. I was flying from Atlanta yesterday. Just reminded me of something hometown. My honest opinion. I'm calling you hometown cabron. Change the YouTube handle. No te creas, way. No. Um, G Lou, I was flying from Atlanta yesterday. I was flying from Atlanta, and I got some mentions on YouTube. I'm like, what's going on? I always have 9+. 9+ mentions. Notifications means you can have 10 or 10,000, right? But I got, and then when I clicked the little icon, the notification icon, it said I was mentioned like 5 times on the G Lou show. I'm like, oh, okay. So it was the comments, right? People were commenting, and I think it was because the homie G Lou. I want to get that clear. He's the homie. He's the homie. The homie G Lou. I was doing a live and giving him his flowers for being that consistent Sunday night oldie show that the raza needs. I don't know any Chicano that doesn't like oldies. I really don't. If you don't like oldies, I probably would question your Chicanoism or your Chicano card. We might revoke that. But anyways, I went over there and yeah, he played a sample. G Lou played a sample and me giving him his flowers. Hey, kudos to you, my brother. You did a lot of work. That's why you're at 30,000. Shit, I got 10,000 soldiers right here, 10,000 Chicanos. We're gonna get to 100,000. I mean, we're 40% of California. Shit, we'll get to 1,000,000 Chicanos on Chicano too, right? Because I'm unbiased. I'm not motivated by politics. I'm not sold. I'm not influenced by anybody. I'm not controlled. most of the Chicano pages on IG I fuck with, I follow them, but their politics are fucked up, man. They will literally every other post tell you how to vote, how to vote, how to vote. Come on now. We need someone unbiased, right down the middle, giving it to you from a Chicano that grew up in the barrio's point of view. But I mentioned in that little clip with G. Lou that he put on his show, the little sample, the G. Lou show when I was flying from Atlanta yesterday, that Salinas is the Los Angeles of Northern California. We're 90% raza here. Nah, maybe 80 in the 20s, white, blacks, Asians, something like that, right? We're 80% raza here. The estilo growing up, and to this day, the skinny jeans, not in Salinas. Saying the N word, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to who this offends right now, and you get pissed off at me and you say it's okay for Chicanos to say the N word. Saying the N word is not in Salinas. You're a Chicano, you're at a house party, you're in Salinas, you say the N word, guess what's happening? The fucking music is gonna stop. Chingado. You just created a problem. You just created a. I'm just warning the Chicanos, okay? And I'm not knocking anyone that says that. I heard GB give a great, great answer to why he doesn't say the N word as a Chicano. He said he either hit the county or he hit the pin, not knowing, and because of the people he was around, the rappers, he was saying the N word. But he was saying that an older homie ended up giving him the knowledge he needed to become a better person and to elevate. Now, really, let me give you some real talk. When we use profanity, it's because of our lack of ebonics. It's really what it is. It's just I use it because the Chicano's still in me, cabrones. Say digo way, digo this, digo that, and then in English it's the same thing. So I'm sorry about that. But if I want to be technical with it, the only reason people swear is because their ebonics are low. Their vocabulary is really, really low, and they need to fill it in with cursing. They can't get their point across. So mother this and mother that. So anyway, shout out, man. Shout out to G Lou. He is the homie. And yeah, use any sample you want to use. G Lou, you're the homie. I fucks with you tough. And I rock with you. And Salinas is the Los Angeles of Northern California. Over here, there was again, predominantly Chicanos, hairnets, khakis, Ben Davis, white shirts, Staffords, windbreakers, old English hats, letters with old English letters on there. Since I was a little kid, those stories are in the members only. You want to hear those stories? I think it's like $5.99 or $7.99 or something like that. The members only. But really, when you get that badge next to your name and you comment, I said, this is one of my boys right here. This is a real one right here that really looks out and really supports the movement. But I appreciate you. Modern Day Warrior says, greetings from La Puente. That's right, my boy. That's right, La Puente, man. The first time I heard that neighborhood was in Delano. I think it was in 2001. I was passing through Delano. And that's the first time I heard that neighborhood. Cholo Juan. Oh, shout out to Cholo Juan. I just saw his indicted TV interview. He is a character, man. I'm glad that there's unique people like Cholo Juan because there's so many people trying to be photocopies of other people. They have self-esteem issues where they're not confident in themselves. They're not confident in who they are, or they're not confident or proud of their own skin, like Alvin. He wants to be a Chicano, a Mexicano so bad. I don't know why, but shout out to the people that are confident, man. That's right. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's right. It's off of East Market. Yeah, yeah, it's off of East Market, man. But again, it's like I guess you could do more impact by staying in the community. Turning the channel, turning the leaf, and that's where you do the most impact instead of leaving. Why would I leave? It's funny. I go to the grocery stores. I run into people, and they say, "Oh man, you're still here." I'm still here. Like, where was I supposed to go? You know what I mean? This is all I know, man. There's murals everywhere, youngsters everywhere walking up and down the street. Saludos to them. That's right, Gnarly Vato. I appreciate you. My boy wrenched up right there. In my honest opinion, stay in the chat, cabron. You're gonna get that wrench. Door TV doesn't have a wrench neither. Chale. You guys are getting wrenches on Wednesday night, man. So again, I reached out to Marvelous, a couple other individuals. We're gonna line up some great pinchy conversations here on Chicano Tube. We're gonna centralize everything about historia, cultura. We'll get into controversial shit. We'll always get into controversial shit. But we're gonna be educating the people. And I think finally on YouTube, we got the right representation, man. Bakersfield's in the casa. That's where they say the dividing line. Hey, that's where they killed Montana way on Blood In, Blood Out. Chinga. But you know what? It was just for the movie because obviously he was the llavero. You don't think the llavero would have known not to get 2 feet away from another cell of another person that is a different ethnicity? You don't think that llavero would have that much clecha? Serio. Serio. It was just for the movie. And then that piece that he had was a bone crusher. A bone. What's a bone crusher? That thing is so lethal. The bone's not going to stop it. The bone is going to be just another particle that gets disintegrated when it enters the body. Smashing your frijoles says, do I get a gift bag? No, but you know what you get, cabron? Smashing your frijoles. You know what you get, cabron? You get VIP access to all of the fights on Content Creator Series of Fighting. A lot of people are going to want to come to the Thanksgiving one. Gente, just be on the lookout for the official announcement for Paradigm versus Stories. It's happening. Both of them have verbally agreed. One party has already given their signatures. I'm only waiting for one other pair of signature. And the signature, what does that mean? The signature means you want to handle business. If the party doesn't sign, they didn't want to handle business. It is what it is. I'm not putting names out there, but you get VIP access to all the fights. It's $80 to $100 a ticket. So if it's 3 or 4 times a year, that's $400 value just in that. On top of that, the members only way is where I tell those eating bullets for breakfast stories, kind of like Cholo Juan, on the Died TV. Those kind of stories. This happened, R&R, level fours, all that shit, man. It was a bunch of wasted time. That's all it was. It was dead time. And I apologize to my family that I had to put you through that for all those pinchy, like 10 years. I apologize to them. Delano, yeah, it happened in Delano. So, yeah, people say Delano is the dividing line in Northern and Southern California. I can dig it. I can get it. But that really doesn't matter. I mean, there'll be whoever there's going to be on any part of California, right? Coming back to California is just different. Oh, the first song when I paid the economy lot at San Jose Airport. I mean, the wifey did. Shout out to the wifey. She paid the economy lot. So we left the car for like 3 days, right? The very first song that comes on the radio, Raza, when I come back from Kentucky, Atlanta, and Dallas. Okay, I did a little tour, Kentucky, Atlanta, and Dallas over the weekend. The first song that's on the radio is damn, I know the song, but I'm thinking of the lyric. It's Richie Rich. Moses Axe, believe that. Token. Where you from? Oakland. Smoke it. Damn, it feels good to be in California, man. Dallas. Oh, is that right? Dallas, Texas. I was in your barrio, cabron. I was in your barrio. Dallas is like Kentucky way. I say a lot of flat lands. You really got to have like a lot of landscaping and trees, to make it colorful. If not, it'd just be flat lands, right? But shout out to Dallas. The barbecue over there. I had said that the tacos, the Mexican food was better in California. Again, I could be biased. It's not like they make bad Mexican food. Allá cocinan la carne en su jugo, which is beautiful. That's great. It's probably just the salsa. It's probably just the salsa, or that's probably what it is. The salsa or the sazon. One of the two things. But the barbecue in Dallas blows everything out of the water in all four corners of California. You want to argue with me? Argue with me all you want. You could argue till you're blue in the face. The barbecue in Dallas blows California out of the water. The pinches güeros allá, or Mexicanos, or even the blacks, they smoke that stuff for 18 to 24 hours. My hat's off to everyone, all the razas down there, man. Tokyo Drifter podcast, real legit Mexicans. You know what? Let me get back to it because I can read the comments and be on here forever, gente. But I was right about that fool. He crashed on two individuals. Then he called me with Swifty Blue and he was talking, and I'm talking about the Gavacho that disrespected Lucky and said he was trying to make a bag off his homie getting shot. That's what I'm talking about. He crashed on two guys. Well, his pattern was forge a relationship with someone popular, crash out and fall out on them, and then ride the wave and jump on different podcasts for the people that are going to want to interview you. When he called me with Swifty and they were talking about doing videos, they're talking about doing a fight, Swifty fighting on Content Creator Series of Fighting. He's talking about pinche Chicano Double XL magazine, which I'm like, um, are you Chicano? You know, in my head, I'm thinking, are you Chicano? Because you look like a güero, you know? And then he's always sticking out his tongue, como si es una pinche rana. I don't know. His tongue is always like stuck to the roof of his head. It might be tweaker tendencies. I don't know. I mean, Lucky called him a tweaker. That's why I'm calling him a tweaker. I guess, you know, Lucky called him a tweaker. But to accuse Lucky after being on his platform that he's making a bag off of his homie getting shot. Wow. Wow. And then another low was the runner doing a thumbnail with Norby's in it saying he had a green light on him. Wow. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit, runner. For views, huh? And they're doing the sex play lives again. Let's just leave that alone. But I was right about that fool. Hit that like, hit that. Gente, I'm gone. I'm going to go visit mom. I got to go to the cemetery. You know, mom's is buried at the cemetery, which is the one on Abbott Street. I'm right here at the In-N-Out Burger. My life is an open book, gente. I don't hide anything. I got nothing to hide, man. I mean, it is what it is. I try to be as transparent as possible with the gente. And they put the In-N-Out Burger in the hood, which is like, you know, Mariano's is half a block, which is a hood bar. And then the fruit stand is right behind it. So, man, shout out to everyone that hit that like. We got over 100 in the building. Again, gente, the analytics, I dropped 182,000 views last month. I'm humbled. I'm real humbled that you know that you guys fuck with me, and I'm not surprised that Chicanos, our culture, our cultura is getting this recognition. I'm not surprised. You know, we're Chicanos worldwide, but you know, here of course we're based out of California and we got our own estilo, you know. People don't really understand the politics, and when they get on here and talk about street stuff and this and that, well, you don't have to understand that. If you're just a regular Mexicano Chicano, don't get it twisted when you come on the Chicano channels and these guys have their tank tops on, have all kinds of tattoos, and they're acting like somebody when they're broke and living in their mom's basement and acting like overgrown kids, but still trying to find a date at the pinchy high school dance. Mi amiga convicted hearts Jen Magana. I think I seen a comment. I just want to say this. Gracias, amiga. I highly appreciate your support. If you haven't already, hit that avatar. Subscribe over to mi hermana. Yes, that's my sister right there. So watch what you tell her. No te creas. Watch what you do, cabrón. That's mi hermana right there. Subscribe over to Convicted Hearts Jen Magana. Come on now. We're 10,000 deep. Come on, let's get 10,000. Let's make her 10,000 stronger. Go ahead and support the Chicana over there. Do me a favor. And then I seen Brenda Love. Gracias, amiga. Brenda Love reciprocating the love right back. Gente, I'm gonna go to the cemetery, the Garden of Memories. In-N-Out is fire right here. I come 2 or 3 times a week, but I'm gonna go cry like a baby over mom's headstone. You know, I think probably because she held me too much, man. You know what happens when you get that unconditional love you don't deserve? Serio. I mean, imagine me. I'll say this is really what I talk about in the members only. I'm not gonna put too much out here, but imagine me being with 3 homies and ahí estamos limpiando los cohetes. It smells like gun oil in the room. And then imagine your mom walks in with milk and cookies or with sopes or tamales or just anything. That's the kind of mother I had. So, yes, you could say, you know, she enabled, she wasn't a disciplinarian, but you know what? Unconditional love is very rare. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. Oh, that's right. Real quick. How was the whiskey barrel beer? I asked for the best beer in Kentucky. Cabron. It was the best beer. It was the best beer. I fuck with those good old boys from down south. I knew that dude when he was saying that song, I knew it was gonna be fire, and I dropped a short about it. So go and trip out on the short, gente. Whiskey, Kentucky whiskey. I knew that song was gonna be fire when the first line of the song, the very first line of the song said, "I was drunk when my mom came out of prison." I knew it was gonna be fire. You guys, I gotta let you go, man. I'm gonna go over here and visit moms. Highly appreciate your support. I highly appreciate the raza. Yeah, I was right about that fool. He turned on Lucky now, and if you want to invite him to your podcast, you do you. But when he called me with Swifty, I didn't give a shit if he was with the president of the United States. You know, from seeing those kind of moves, I can't fuck with it. I learned a lot. I learned a lot when I didn't used to screen people like the runner. I didn't screen him, and I rock with him, and I was the last one that was still in his car getting his back. I don't know why. Burned me for 10 G's, and I still overlooked it because, well, I mean, gracias a Dios, money's okay. Gracias a Dios. Anyone else, they burn you for 10 G's, you're fucking burning the house down, right? You're burning the house down. But anyways, yeah, I was right about that food. Gracias, you guys, for tapping in. I'm going to go ahead and head over to the cemetery. I got to go see moms and cry like a baby for the next at least 30 minutes. Gracias, you guys. But remember what I always say. Hey, hit that like on your way out, please. That's what I do it for. Just you guys, to entertain you guys. Hopefully you guys are entertained. Walk here. Hola, that's what's up. That's right. Chicano too. That's right, my boy. About 5 youngsters walking down wearing all black. Chingado. They all match wearing all black. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Many more episodes coming too. But remember what I always say. Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.